Hey everybody, Michelle with Michelle's for a Living here. Thanks for watching my videos and time for another gardening video. So this is the area I'm going to make a little garden at my house, a vegetable garden I should say. So this is right next to my house, and I had flowers in here. You can see some remnants of some lilies right there that had been coming up, and I dug those out, and I had some irises in here, and mostly I've just kind of let it go, and I haven't been keeping up on it, as there's a lot of just honeysuckle that was growing in here, and some wild grapevine, and you name it, it had all kinds of things growing in here amongst the irises and the lilies. So I probably had some other stuff planted in here sometime and hadn't kept up on it anyways. So actually there was a tree coming up right here, and I got the axe out and knocked the roots off, dug it up some and cut it out. And anyhow, so basically what I need to do is this right here. I need to dig it all up and turn it all over, and then I could put my vegetables in here. So I don't know how far I'm going to get on this today. I've been working pretty much nonstop for, I don't know, 5 hours now already. So yeah, getting a little worn out, so we'll see. All right, so it took me about 45 minutes. I don't know. I got it all turned over, and so now I'm gonna take my rake and smooth it out, break up some of the chunks and get it smoothed out, and then I'll bring my plants over here. Okay, so I raked over it, broke up the clumps, got it kind of flat. So I still have, there's a lot of vegetable matter, from the plants that were up here, roots that are still down in there. I pulled a lot of roots out, like there. And so I'm probably gonna have a lot of stuff come back up in here that I'm not wanting in my vegetable garden. So I'm probably going to be fighting it all this year, and so I don't know how well these vegetables are going to do in here this year, but I plan on keeping this not as a flower bed, but as a food growing place. So I might eventually put strawberries in here, which I think originally when I moved into the house, this is what I planned on doing over here on the side of my house, was put strawberries in here, and I never did it. And so I just kind of was putting plants, when people give me plants, I just kind of stuck them in this area. So yeah, I may turn it into a strawberry bed or something like that eventually. But for this year, so if you watched my other gardening video that I did the other day at my man's house, I had these same plants. So these are what I had left over from planting this at his house. So I got jalapenos, I got some Better Boy tomatoes, and some squash, yellow squash, and this is supposed to be a mixed variety of sweet peppers and some cucumbers. So I'm thinking I might get some other, like a cherry tomato for up here too, and everything. So I was thinking, since I have the little fence right here, and the cucumbers do well, I mean, you can let them go across the ground if you want to, and we'll see what happens with these. But I think I'm going to try and train them to go up there on the fence, and so I'm going to plant those up there, and I'll plant the squash right up along the fence as well. And yeah, so we're just gonna go here. Oops, where's my little spade at? The Rite Aid end of clearance special here spade. I don't think it's very sturdy, so I may end up breaking it here. But yes, I'm going to put cucumber here, and let me get these out of this. I didn't bring my camera tripod over here with me. So we'll just put these little guys in here and crumble some dirt up around them, and yeah, so hopefully we'll get a little bit of rain. It's been so rainy, but It sprinkled on me just a tad this morning while I was out here working in the yard. Hadn't really done much yard work yet this year, and I really seriously needed to get some done. And I mowed the grass 3 times, and then I did it a 4th time so far this season. And I did it. I mowed the grass today. That one's got 2 little plants. I'm breaking up the root ball just a little bit. It helps encourage the roots to spread out. Actually, that one plant doesn't even have any leaves on it, so it's all right. So after I get these in here, of course, we'll water them in and they'll be all right. But we got a chance of rain all week long for the next week, so hopefully it'll be getting rained on. But I do try to keep them keep the plants watered. It's one thing about having the plants over at the garden over at my man's house. He's really diligent about watering. If anything, he probably gives them more water than they need. But anyway, so there's the cucumbers, and once they start growing up, I'll just train them up the line there. Oops, I'm stepping on my squash plants here. And I got quite a few squash plants. There's 6 of them left in there. They kind of double seeded this, so I still got kind of a big clump here. So, all right, well, I'll get these squash in the ground. I'll do them the same way I do the cucumbers. I'll show you that, and we'll see what else I got going. Yeah, so I said that I had a lot of wild grapevine in the flower bed here, and so I made a little wreath out of it, hang it right here on my fence. So, all right, so I got them all planted. So the 6 squash plants there, and the cucumbers along the fence, and then I did a row of the peppers there, and the jalapenos right there, and the tomatoes are back there. And I've got them watered in really good, so I think they should be all right. But I have plenty of more space for some other things right here. So, not sure what that might be. Not sure when I might put something in there, but I think I will. And I have a large strawberry pot also. Or maybe I might just use some flower pots and plant some herbs and just have them set here too, so that they get sunlight and they can get watered when I water these things. And yeah, so that's some other stuff I plan on doing. And then maybe that's an old dryer drum out of a dryer, but down here, the rest of the flower bed, one day I'll clean it out. I'll get rid of all the lilies in there and irises, and oh, I do have wild mint growing in there as well. Some of it was over here. It will take over if you're not careful. That's for sure. Okay, anyways, yeah, that's all for my gardening video today. Talk to you later.